Hello everybody. Now we are going to study the electric vehicles. In short, they are also called as EV. So EV is the short form of electric vehicles. So nowadays the whole world is inclined towards the use of electric vehicles, and India is also on the same way. But what are these electric vehicles? How do you define the electric vehicles? Electric vehicles are those vehicles which are using one or more electric motors which are powered by chargeable batteries. So these electric vehicles don't use the engines or IC engines, but here we are using the electric motors, one or more electric motors, and these electric motors are powered by chargeable batteries. So EV is the short form for electric vehicle. It refers to any mode of transportation that uses one or more electric motors powered by rechargeable battery for propulsion. So the batteries which are being used are rechargeable. You can recharge the batteries. And alternatively, these vehicles are also called as BEVs, that is the battery electric vehicles, because we are using the batteries, the rechargeable batteries, for the propulsion of these vehicles. So the ecosystem of electric vehicles in India is still at a progressing stage, at the initial stage, as compared to America and Europe. These countries are much ahead as compared to India as far as the use of electric vehicles are considered. However, the central government has already announced the second phase of his ambitious FAME, and FAME is the short form of faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles. So this is a policy of the central government. The central government has decided to adopt at a faster rate, to go for the manufacturing of the hybrid and the electric vehicles as fast as possible, and it aims to step up the electric vehicle adoption in the country across the various segments. According to the Niti Aayog, the Indian electric vehicle industry can add around $300 billion by 2030 cumulatively, while accelerating the adoption of electric cars, electric scooters, and electric motorcycles, including the electric buses in the country. So we are going to manufacture and use the electric cars, not only electric cars but electric scooters, electric motorcycles, and even electric buses in the country in a very short span of time. Now let us talk about the top 10 electric vehicle manufacturers in India. First of all, the Hero Electric, which is a part of the Hero Group, it has already rolled out more than a dozen electric vehicles in the country. Apart from that, we are having some other manufacturers like Tata Motors, Mahindra Electric, Hyundai Kona Electric, Ashok Leyland, etc., etc. So you can see on the screen the top 10 electric vehicle manufacturers in India. Now we are going to define some common terms related with the electric vehicles. So why it is necessary to define some terms in electric vehicles? because we have to compare the electric vehicles with the conventional vehicles which are using the IC engines. So we have to compare the performance. So many motorists have a difficult time as it is comparing the performance specifications of conventionally powered cars and crossovers. So we are having the information about the conventional vehicles which are being used till now, but further we are going to use the electric vehicles. So how to compare the specifications, the performance parameters whenever we decide to purchase any electric vehicle? So how should we take the decision that which electric vehicle will be suitable for our need? So for that purpose it is necessary to know some terms related with the electric vehicles. So some of the terms we already know, like horsepower and the torque, but some additional terms also we are going to study, some new terms also we are going to study related with the electric powered vehicles. And it is necessary whenever we are going out for shopping of the electric vehicles. So we are going to just study this quickly, the various terms related with the electric vehicles. The first term is AMP, means ampere. So actually this term is already known. We know that ampere is the unit of current. So it is a short form of the ampere. So this is a unit of electric current, that refers to the steady current produced by 1 volt applied across a resistance of 1 ohm. So the current which will be produced by a potential difference of 1 volt when it is applied across a resistance of 1 ohm, that current is defined to be 1 ampere current, right? Now what is a battery? We are using the rechargeable batteries in the electric vehicles. So what is this battery? Battery is an essential electric vehicle component, that is the electric storage unit. So the electricity, the electric energy is stored in the battery, in which chemical energy is converted into electricity and used as a source of power. So the electric energy is stored in the battery in the form of chemical energy. So during storage, the electric energy is converted into chemical energy, and when we are going to use this stored energy from the battery, the chemical energy is converted back into electric energy, and then it is used for running the electric motors. The federal regulations require automakers to cover electric vehicle batteries under warranty for at least 8 years or 1 lakh miles, whichever comes first. That means it is necessary for the manufacturers of the batteries of the electric vehicles that the minimum warranty should be 8 years, or the battery should at least cover a distance of 1 lakh miles, whatever come first. Okay, either it should have the warranty of 8 years, or it should cover a distance, the vehicle which is propelled by that battery should cover minimum distance of 1 lakh miles. One of these two conditions must be satisfied by the battery which is manufactured by the battery makers, the manufacturers of the battery. So that is made mandatory to the manufacturers of the batteries. So we are going to study later on the various types of battery, including the lithium ion battery. Now what is horsepower? Horsepower is a measurement of an engine's or motor's maximum power output. Horsepower is a unit of power. Okay, and the power is delivered by some engine or the motor. Now in electric vehicles we are using the motor. In case of the conventional vehicles, uh, we were using the engines, but whatever power is produced, maximum power which is produced by the engine or the electric motor, it is having the unit, it is specified in terms of HP or horsepower. An electric motor's output can also be expressed in terms of kilowatt. So kilowatt is also a unit, it is similar to horsepower. So they are very closely related. Kilowatt and horsepower, these units are closely related and both express power. IC is the short form for internal combustion engine. Though it is a short form for internal combustion engine, but this short form or describes any vehicle that runs on fossil fuels. So if the vehicle which runs on fossil fuel, any vehicle, then that we call as ICE, that short form we are using. Okay, actually this is the abbreviation for internal combustion engine, but we are making this meaning of this term wide, ICE, and we are using it for any vehicle which is using the fossil fuels for producing the power. Kilowatt, it is again a measurement of electric power and short form is kV. So this already we know. When used to express an electric motor's maximum output, this is roughly equivalent to 1.34 horsepower. We know that 1 HP is equal to 746 watt, or 1 HP is equal to 0.746 kilowatt. So in the same way, if you just reverse take the reciprocal, then you will find that 1 kilowatt is equal to 1.34 horsepower. Electric vehicle. MPEG is the short form of miles per gallon equivalent. So we know that in our conventional vehicles which are using the IC engines, we say what is the average. So how many kilometers are covered in 1 liter. So we can say kilometers per liter. How many kilometers are covered by the vehicle while it is consuming 1 liter of petrol or diesel. So that we call as the average. So this is a similar term, miles per gallon, and we are equivalent, we are find the equivalent of that. So MPG is a miles per gallon equivalent, which is a measurement created by the Environmental Protection Agency to help the consumers compare an electric car's energy consumption to those run on the fossil fuel. So we are familiar with this term, what is the average, how much kilometers the vehicle can run while it consumes 1 liter. So in the same way, how much miles a vehicle can run by consuming during the consumption of 1 gallon of the fuel. Okay, so we are familiar with this term, therefore we compare the performance of the electric vehicle by this conventional term, that is the miles per gallon, or whatever we know in India, that is average, or that is the kilometers per liter of the fuel. MPGE is calculated based on the conversion factors of 33.705 kilowatt hours of electricity. So 1 MPG is equal to 33.705 kilowatt hours of electricity, which is equal to 1 gallon of gasoline, right? So 1 gallon of gasoline is nothing but 3.785 liters. So this gallon is nothing but a measure of volume only, and we can convert gallon into liters also. So 1 gallon is equal to 3.785 liters. Okay, so it is a unit of volume, just we are using liters as the unit of volume. Now what is the range of the electric vehicle? the number of miles an electric vehicle can travel before the battery becomes fully depleted. So the battery is fully discharged. Initially the battery is fully charged, then we are traveling. So after traveling a particular number of miles or kilometers, the battery will get fully discharged. So the distance covered is nothing but the range, say in miles or kilometers, right? So the distance covered by the electric vehicle during the use of the complete charge of the battery initially is fully charged and at the end it is fully discharged. So during this period, how much distance is covered, that is called as the range of the electric vehicle. Now one more term, REX. REX stands for range extended electric vehicle. So there are some electric vehicles which are having the extended range for long run, which are used for long run, which are using the heavy duty batteries and which cost is increased, but they are necessary for the long range traveling. So they are called as REX, range extended electric vehicles. So REX refers to an electric vehicle with a small gasoline engine. So a gasoline engine is also used that kicks in to run a generator that in turn operates the motor once the battery depleted. So this is nothing but a hybrid vehicle. This is nothing but a hybrid vehicle because we are also using a gasoline engine and that will charge the battery through a generator. Okay, if the battery is being depleted, if the charge which is left in the battery is very small, then we just start the gasoline engine and with the help of that engine the battery is charged, and then we are using the electric energy from the battery to run the vehicle, to run the electric vehicle or the hybrid vehicle in this case. At that point the vehicle's operating range is limited only by the amount of gas in the tank. So some quantity of gas is present in the tank and the operating range of that vehicle will be limited by the presence of the certain amount of gas in the tank. Okay, this effectively eliminates worry being stranded at the side of the road with a dead battery, which is often called range anxiety. So why we are using this gasoline engine along with the battery and the motor? So the passengers or the owners of the electric vehicle, when he is traveling a long distance, he may get worried whether the battery will get discharged and he will have to stand at the road waiting for some help because the battery is discharged. So this should not happen. If the battery is getting discharged, that can be charged by the gasoline engine. He will not be required to stand at the road. Okay, so that range anxiety will not be present with the customer. So as to avoid this particular situation or the dilemma of the customer, we are using this particular gasoline engine or we are using the REX vehicle, that is the range extended electric vehicle. The BMW i3 is available as both a pure electric vehicle and a REX. So BMW i3 is an example. It is available in both the models. Both the models are present. Only pure electric vehicle is also present and a REX is also there. In REX we are using a gasoline engine in addition to the battery and motor, all this electric vehicle system. Now the state of charge, SOC, is nothing but the state of charge. It refers to the meter on an electric vehicle's instrument panel that displays the current battery level as a percentage. So we should know that how much charge is left in the battery. how far we can go, how much the battery is consumed, whether it is consumed 50% or 75% or 90%, how much charge is left, how long we can go, how earlier we should now charge the battery. So that should be known. In our conventional vehicles also we are having the fuel meters. There is an indicator which will show us, which will give us the idea about the presence of the quantity of fuel inside the fuel tank, so that we can plan our traveling according to that. So similarly, how much charge is present in the battery, that is also indicated by a small instrument, as meter, and it is present on the electric vehicles instrument panel, so that the driver can easily see that particular panel, that meter, and he can just know that how much charge is left and how much is consumed by the electric vehicle, how much charge is left in the battery. That should be known to the driver of the vehicle, right? Now what is this torque? You know that torque is officially defined as the twisting force that causes rotation. It is a force multiplied by the radius, force multiplied by the distance, that is torque. Okay, the unit of torque is Newton meter. Newton is the unit of force and meter is the unit of distance. So force multiplied by distance, that is nothing but the torque. So when the force is applied at some distance, then it will cause the rotation, okay. So how much rotation will be caused, or what is that particular intensity of that particular applied force or applied torque, that depends upon the distance also, and that depends upon the force also, okay. So torque is nothing but the twisting force which will cause rotation, circular motion. When the force is causing linear motion, it is just force, but when it causes the rotary motion, when it causes rotation of a particular object, then we can say it is a torque, okay. So that is the force you feel when you are present in your seat as a vehicle accelerates aggressively. When the vehicle suddenly accelerates aggressively, it accelerates in the forward direction, then you will feel a jerk in the backward direction. You will get pressed against your seat in the backward direction. So that is nothing but the torque which you experience. The electric motors deliver 100% of their available torque instantaneously, which enables fast launches and strong passing abilities. Having a higher torque rating otherwise makes an engine or motor with limited horsepower feel quicker. Now what is ZEV? ZEV stands for zero emission vehicle, which means that the vehicle will produce no tailpipe emissions. So these electric vehicles are not producing any harmful emissions. No tailpipe emissions are produced by the electric vehicles. They are eco-friendly. So that is why the whole world is trying to adopt the electric vehicles, and that is preferred, and the whole world is moving out towards the use of the electric vehicles, and the conventional vehicles which are using the gasoline engines, they will be obsolete in few years, some span of time. So that is where we are going now in this particular decade, right? So that's all, my dear friends. Thank you.